from Los Angeles. This is Montserrat Radio.
Bailar, bailar, bailar con mi corazón. Bailar, bailar, bailar con mi corazón. Bailar, bailar, bailar con mi corazón. Bailar, bailar, bailar con mi corazón.
I'm just meters away from the Parliament. If you can see right behind me, I don't know if you're able to spot the London Eye, which is very adjacent to the Westminster Bridge. I'm going to have my camera move closer to show you how the area is at the moment cordoned off. This is Westminster Abbey. What you see on your right is Westminster Abbey, a very important tourist location. Just meters away from that is the Parliament right behind the tree. At this moment, the view is not very good because this is the closest that journalists are able to get to the location of the crime. Westminster Bridge, which is about perpendicular to the Parliament, is where the incident began at about 2:45 local time, when a man, we are told, about middle-aged man with a car that he was driving, a 4x4 vehicle which he was driving on Westminster Bridge, managed to brazenly get on to people. He mouthed down people allegedly on that Westminster Bridge, which is crowded at that point of time in the day, given the biggest of tourist attractions of London is just there to be accessed. Big Ben, London Eye, these are the top tourist attractions of London, which lots of tourists at that moment were on the bridge, which is why we do know that there has been about a dozen injuries. Very interestingly, London Eye that you see, a giant wheel of sorts, people are still stuck inside that London Eye at the moment. They're not allowed to come out from there for security reasons. The police has cordoned off Whitehall, which has 10 Downing Street. Theresa May at the moment in 10 Downing Street. Minutes after the incident occurred, she was moved outside the Parliament. Inside the Parliament itself, we do know that about 300 odd ministers, legislators of both Houses of Commons as well as Houses of Lords are still inside a lockdown situation. We do know that some of them were even asked to move to the chambers at gunpoint because that's the kind of fright and the scare that was created. What this man did and what exactly happened, Ankita? This middle-aged attacker drove this car on Westminster Bridge, which is sort of perpendicular to the Parliament. If that is the Parliament, the bridge is right there. So, and the bridge is atop River Thames. Now, he drives down a 4x4 vehicle, mouse down a few people, and then gets off the car, has a knife in his hand, according to eyewitnesses, about 8 inches long, tries to rage into the main entrance of the Parliament, which is, there's this huge yard outside the parliament. The parliament, of course, is a stone structure, very large one, but there are different gates to enter the parliament. The journalists, tourists, for example, enter from other gates, but this main entrance is one which is exclusive for entry and exit only for ministers, for legislators, the prime minister, for instance. So he managed to, in fact, rage into there, was screaming and was shouting. He also attacked a few people on his way. Hopefully no stab wounds. We do know from the doctors at the hospital like St. Thomas's, for example, which is the closest to Westminster Bridge, we do know that some injury has been catastrophic. We do also know that one woman has lost her life. We're also hearing of reports of another person who's lost his life, unfortunately, but we're hearing for confirmation on the second casualty. But one person, one civilian has lost her life to this very incident. She was dead on the spot on Westminster Bridge when the car mowed down on her. So this man goes into Westminster Yard, the entrance yard, and attacks policemen. He has even allegedly stabbed a 30-year-old policeman, and soon after, minutes after, the police get together and fire shots at him. He's now dead, and the police is trying to identify who the man is. Eyewitnesses say they heard 4 rounds of fire. At this moment, I'd just like to pan across to show you just the presence meters away from the location. This is the world media, the world absolutely shocked by this incident of terror, as Scotland Yard has described it. And until they get further details, they say that an inquiry will go on.
In the spirit of the war against fake news, Montserrat Radio presents The Fake News Show, conspiracy news and a different point of view of current events. And now your hosts, Benny Wilson and Thomas Christian.
Good evening, people of the world. This is your host, Benny. As you can hear before in the promo, those were one of those news reporting the terrorist attack in the United Kingdom today. For my listeners in the United Kingdom, I'm very, very sorry for what you went through. But this is the cause that many of us have reported, that the consequences to follow after Theresa May withdraw the United Kingdom out of the European Union. We knew that United Kingdom was going to be the target for many false flag attacks, and this is one of them. This is why you have to go. This is the reason, and the government knows that this is one of the outcomes. You have to go when you go against the globalists, when you go against the establishment, when you go against the people who wants to prevail their own rules regardless of your independent status, of your own your own constitution. You have to put up with this, and the government knows that. UK knows that. The government of United Kingdom knows that. Of course, they're not going to tell the world. They're not going to tell the people, because it comprehends it. You know, I mean, it's like it is what it has to do. You know, there's a lot of things that are going on behind the curtain, and this is one of the reasons. Now, I basically announced it openly. The chaos was going to start in 24 hours, and this is what happened. Now, I'm not going to say that I never actually thought that this was going to happen as a terrorist attack to start the chaos. Not at all. It doesn't surprise me because, as you know, I've been saying it all this time that when they create chaos, they do it in different ways. So but I'm really, really sorry that this happened. But right now we're in chaos right now. Now we have to wait for the Wall Street and the international markets. How did they react because of this terrorist attack? And believe me, these people that are the globalists, they don't care about you and me getting rich. They only care about their own agenda. I've been telling you for a long time. So I'm gonna follow up, and now I'm gonna give you my intel, what I have so far. One of the things that you need to know is that the American dollar is devaluating outside the United States. The American dollar is devaluating big time, and the media don't want you to know. The media don't want you to know, because if they make this issue or a relevant news, they will have to tell you why these things are happening, and they don't want to tell you that. They're devaluating the dollar because they know they're about to lose their power. The establishment knows exactly that. It is happening. It is right in front of us. And if you still don't believe it, just wait and watch. That is part of the chaos. I've been receiving a lot of emails as usual. Whenever I go online, I receive a lot of messages and emails. I'm going to ask you to please stop doing it while I am broadcasting, because I'm concentrating on basically giving the intel to everybody. So let me just give you the other intel that I have. I have been telling you that everybody's synchronized, and that's the way it is. Also that by this Friday, I believe Abad is still here in the United States. I believe he's leaving tomorrow. He's expected to be on Friday in Jordan. We believe that he's about to make a big announcement. My contacts are telling me that he is indeed about to give a big announcement. We don't know what the big announcement is. We expect that this big announcement will trigger the GCR, Global Currency Reset, or the financial reset. That's what we expect. That's what we all expect. But all we can do right now is assume, right? But my contacts are telling me that they are ready, and they are ready to deploy their plan. And what is the plan? Basically, the financial reset plan. So we gotta just wait. Like I said, be patient. So other than that, the contact intel that I also have is that boots on the ground in Iraq, according to their information, will be exchanging next week. The boots on the ground will be exchanging next week. We know for a fact that Marines, Army, Navy, many American soldiers have arrived to Baghdad. I told you 2 weeks ago, before that news came out, that they were getting ready to go to Baghdad for exchanging. And yet many people said that I was full of crap. And now it's happening. Now I'm giving you another intel. They are going to exchange next week. So let's wait and let's see if that happens. Be aware also that starting from today, things will be faster. Much faster. It's going to be so fast that I don't think that I'll be able to report everything in one broadcast. I'm going to try my best to actually keep you informed. I've been keeping informed people in the internet through my Facebook page, The Fake News Show, or by email. My list, my long list that I have right now, that probably I will start